Hey Virgo, this reading today is for all of my single Virgos, and we're going to see what could be coming towards you in love within the next week. So this is for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and of course for any of you lovely cross watchers. Now I do like to remind you, Virgo, these are general readings, may or may not resonate. That's totally okay. You are always welcome here to take what works and leave the rest. So we're jumping right into it today, my loves. Let's see what could be coming toward my single Virgos when it comes to love for this week. First message coming out today for Virgo, we have got the Four of Cups. Okay, this is a card of somebody who's kind of like pulling back, being a bit emotionally withdrawn. We're gonna have to see where this goes. It could indicate maybe you're feeling a little bummed out when it comes to dating and you're kind of pulling back. It could also be that you're connecting with somebody new this week, but there's a little bit of like a disconnect between the two of you, almost like somebody's holding back. But let's see where this takes us. Tell me more about what could be coming towards single Virgos. Eight of Wands, okay. I'm laughing because it's such a different energy between the first two cards, okay? Four of Cups is kind of like pulling back. It's like, should I put myself out there? Should I open up? Should I give this person a chance? And then the Eight of Wands is a very, very quick moving energy, Virgo. It's like things are picking up speed. Things are moving really quickly. So I almost wonder if maybe what's going on here is that at the start of the week, you're kind of feeling like a bit bummed out. Things are not really going anywhere when it comes to love, you know? And then all of a sudden, maybe around the middle of the week, it's like things really pick up speed. Now, the Eight of Wands tends to be a card of somebody coming towards us with like quick communication. So I feel like there's the potential here for new love to be coming in, somebody who is talking to you, catching your interest, expressing interest, wanting to initiate a conversation to show you that they're interested, right? Very interesting. Eight of Wands can also indicate a potential long distance relationship as well. So maybe some of you are even starting up like something that's going to start out as long distance between you and this person. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Virgo. And then the Eight of Cups. Okay. So, here's what I think is going on this week. I think there's a bit of a push and pull energy, but I'm kind of hoping you guys can work through it. Because what I see happening for my single Virgos is that there is somebody's energy strongly coming towards you this week, but it's almost like there's a hesitancy to want to fully give in and like allow yourself to explore this connection, right? It's like somebody's coming towards somebody and the other person is like pulling back, you know? And so I almost wonder if there's a little bit of a fear, right? Maybe there's somebody here strongly pursuing you this week with the Eight of Wands, and part of you is like, am I ready for this? You know, maybe you weren't looking for it. Maybe you haven't expected to meet anybody and then all of a sudden they show up for you. So I feel like there could be a little bit of that dynamic, take it or leave it if that connects. But I also feel with the Eight of Cups, it is a card of like walking away from something. But the nuance of the card is that it's about getting clear in terms of what we want. So I also feel like this week could be presenting an opportunity for you to get clear about what you're really looking for. And the message I'm getting here, Virgo, is that I almost feel like intuitively, I feel there's going to be somebody pursuing you this week who's maybe not what you expected, not what you were like looking for. Maybe you were not anticipating connecting with anybody. Maybe they're not even like your usual type. You know what I mean? But they come in, they're coming in strong, you know, they're showing interest. And maybe you start to look at it and be like, you know, at first I didn't really think that I wanted to entertain this connection, but now I do feel like I want to, because maybe this is what I'm looking for. You know, it's like you're starting to recognize that maybe some of the things that you were looking for in the past are not really important to you now. You're starting to reevaluate, you're starting to redefine it. And there could be this new energy coming in that's showing you this week that there is a different, I'm like, how do I say it? Like a different kind of lover out there for you, which might actually be exactly what you're looking for. So my sense is that somebody could be coming towards you this week. You're a little bit hesitant. It's not what you expected. But if you allow yourself to explore it, you could end up very pleasantly surprised. That's what I'm getting from the overall energy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to dig into it, Virgo. Let's look more at this person. So let's try to figure out what's up with them. We're going to look at their overall energy, what they could be feeling, what they could be doing this week. I will look at the same thing for you, and then we'll look at the potential outcome. So let's just kind of see where it takes us, because I'm definitely curious. All right, so tell me about this person who's here for Virgo this week. I like that. First card coming out is the Queen of Swords, air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Guess what this is? A mature individual who knows how to communicate, okay? So we talked about how it does look like somebody is coming towards you and expressing something, telling you something, sharing how they feel, right? And they're doing it in a mature way. They're clear-headed. So there's no ambiguity, right? And for some of you, I'm also kind of intuitively getting the message that maybe with past relationships, it was not clear a lot of the time, right? Maybe you couldn't get answers out of your past partners. Maybe there was a lot of mixed messages. And now this week, it's like you've got someone coming in and you're like, oh, they just say it like it is? That feels new, and maybe it feels refreshing, right? It's like this person is not playing games. The Queen of Swords, let me tell you, is not an energy of game playing. It's someone who's like direct and to the point. So again, if you're used to like mixed messages from past people, and now you've got someone coming in who's pretty direct, it feels different, but like maybe it's different in a really good way. Tell me more about this person. Page of Cups, I love that. Water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is a heartfelt confession. This is the messenger of love. This is somebody clearly opening up about how they feel. So this looks really good in terms of whoever it is that's coming towards you this week, Virgo. Tell me more about their energy. Oh, we got a card jumping out. And then the Six of Swords, okay? So Six of Swords is a transitional energy indicating moving from a more rocky place to smoother sailing, essentially, is what that card represents. This could be suggesting to me that your person has recently gone through some sort of big change within their life. Something has shifted. I mean, it's a general reading, so take it if and how it connects, but it looks like things are smoothing out for your person. Because like I said, before the Six of Swords, it's a little bit more rocky. It's the Five of Swords. So maybe they've been going through some changes and things in their life. Could be related to friends, family, work, school, whatever. And now things are in a much calmer place and they're ready to like put themselves out there and connect with you, right? I'm getting like they're ready, they've done the work, they're in a good place in their life, things are really calm. I don't know, but that's the message that I'm getting. So let's see what they could be feeling this week, please. Look at that, you guys. Queen of Wands, fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Feeling passionate, feeling very attracted to you, feeling the sparks flying, okay? Tell me more, please, about what they could be feeling. The Three of Cups, yeah. So here's the thing, you guys. First of all, I do think that they're going to their friends and family and almost like bragging about you a little bit. You know, they're like, I really like Virgo. I really like this connection. I could also see for some of you that the person who you're connecting with this week, Virgo, it could be someone you know. And maybe that's why we were getting a little bit of the energy in the overall message where it was like a hesitancy on your part to fully like jump in and embrace this connection. Because let's say this is someone who you know, they're a friend or a friend of a friend or whatever, right? And I think sometimes it can be a little bit, I was gonna say weird. I guess we can go with that word. A little bit weird when you're changing the dynamic of a relationship, right? So maybe you always saw this person as a friend. I think they see you as more Virgo. And I think that they're doing things this week to demonstrate that. And that might be what throws you off a little bit. Because now you're like, well, I always had this person in like the friend category, but now there's the possibility for this to become romantic. And that could be what you have to just kind of wrap your head around this week, right? Tell me more about what they could be feeling. Queen of Cups, holy shit. I mean, this is kind of bananas, you guys. I have pulled six cards. Yeah, six. Okay, I was like, is that correct? 6 cards for your person's energy specifically. 3 of those cards have been queens, okay? So in the tarot deck, look how many cards are left here. There is only 4 queens. 3 of them have come out in 6 cards for your person. Why am I highlighting this? So the reason I'm highlighting this is because the queen energy, don't worry about the gender. This is the energy, okay? The queen energy of the tarot is a mature energy. This is someone who knows what they want and goes after it. So with the Queen of Swords, this is someone who's an exceptional communicator, okay, Virgo? With the Queen of Wands, they're very attracted to you. With the Queen of Cups, guess what? They're falling in love with you, okay? And with the Queen of Cups, they're emotionally available, right? They're emotionally mature. They're good at being in touch with their feelings and being emotionally available. The reason I'm highlighting this to you is because it feels really, really beautiful that this person is bringing this sense of maturity and stability into the connection, you know? It's, I think it's gonna feel really good. I could see some of you at some point, Virgo, being like, this is the most mature relationship I have ever been in. Okay. Whoa, I was gonna say, what else are they feeling? What is this? Two of Swords. Okay, so here's what I think could be going on. I think that this person's fully coming in and pursuing you this week. I think you're a little bit unsure about it. We're gonna look at you more in a moment, Virgo, but I think your person is kind of picking up on this because the Two of Swords is feeling like they're at a crossroads. So there's part of them that I think that really is hoping that the two of you can explore this connection, but there's definitely part of them that might be picking up on your energy and being like, I don't know, is Virgo into me? Is Virgo into this? Like, so they're confident in pursuing you, but I think they're also gonna be picking up any potential vibes that you're putting out related to uncertainty, right? So it's almost like they're trying to figure out, like, where do the two of you stand? They know that they're into you, but now they're just trying to figure out if you're reciprocating that. Okay, so let's see what actions they could be taking this week. The World. I think they just want to make you feel happy. Like, the World is about happiness, fulfillment, satisfaction. It's like they just want to make you smile, Virgo. Tell me more. Page of Pentacles. They're reaching out. This is Earth energy, so maybe you're dealing with a fellow Earth sign, another Virgo or a Taurus or a Capricorn. I feel like they could be giving you something this week because the Page of Pentacles represents like the physical realm, tangible items. They could literally be giving you a gift, right? Some sort of token of affection to show you how they feel about you. Tell me more. Oh my gosh. OMG, Virgo. Four of Wands. So we already know your person's energy looks amazing. I'm getting goosebumps. But then we get the Four of Wands, which is one of my favorite cards to get in a love reading. It's the 1111 card, and it indicates someone who wants to commit and someone who probably sees a future with you. This is kind of like the card of someone who wants to marry us. If you want to be married, not everybody wants marriage, but commitment, whatever that looks like, right? And it is a card that is a strong indicator of an escalation of commitment. So you could definitely see this person this week doing things to really showcase to you, Virgo, that they are serious about this connection and they're wanting to actively do things to progress the relationship. Okay, so let's look at your energy this week. Okay, first card coming out. That's actually really nice, you guys. Eight of Pentacles is about putting in the time and effort to what's important to us. So it does actually tell me that you are open to investing in this connection. Tell me more, please. The Sun. Okay, here's the thing. I think you might go into this feeling a little uncertain, Virgo, but then I think your person is gonna just like light up your life and make you smile. So you can't deny it, right? It's like you can't deny the feelings that you're feeling, and that could help you overcome any sort of potential hesitancy, right? And then the Magician, yeah. So I think, yeah, there's something for you with the Magician. You know, the Magician can be about manifesting the future you want, so it can be really positive, but it can also be a card where we kind of worry, like, is it all an illusion? Is it too good to be true? And so just watch out for that thinking, right? Because you've got someone here who looks like they're actively pursuing you this week. Make sure you're not going into that thinking that's like, can I trust this? Is it too good to be true? Like, unless they show you something that's an issue, then okay, I'm not saying ignore red flags. If there's a red flag, pay attention. I don't see that though. You know what I mean? So if they're not showing you red flags, don't create a story in your head where you're like, is it all an illusion? Is it too good to be true? Just watch out for that a little bit, because that could be what's maybe holding you back. What could you be feeling? There it is. Yeah, the anxiety, the overthinking, the getting up in our head, the what ifs. That's the big energy of the Nine of Swords. It's that, well, what if I date them and I let myself be vulnerable and fall in love and then it all falls apart, right? What if they're hiding something? What if they're not being totally honest about who they are? You know, that's what the Nine of Swords is. It's that feeling of getting really anxious about the situation that we're in. And if you're not careful, that anxiety could end up pushing this person away, right? So we're seeing for you, it's like on the one hand, I think you are really feeling the excitement and the enthusiasm for this person, but there's also a part of you that's maybe holding yourself back a bit and trying to stay detached because you're getting in that Nine of Swords, which is that overthinking what if kind of headspace, right? So my advice is, if you're resonating with that message, just watch out for that this week. It doesn't tend to be the most helpful thinking, right? And it could potentially push away a good thing. Ace of Pentacles, good. Second card coming out for your feelings. So it's like you're pushing past those fears and anxieties and being like, I'm not going to let those define me. I'm going to open my heart to this brand new opportunity in love with this Ace of Pentacles. Tell me more. And then the Emperor, good. This is confident energy. So I almost feel like this week could be interesting, Virgo, and you can let me know how this connects. I feel like the energy at the start of this week is going to be drastically different from the energy at the end of this week. I see you starting out this week, like I said, feeling a little down, a little bummed out, you know, a little uncertain about love. Someone's pursuing you. You're not really sure. You know, you're a little scared. You're playing the what if game, wondering if you should pursue them. But then you also can't deny that there's some really good stuff happening. And then by the end of the week, you kind of are like, you know what? I'm going to snap out of that. I'm going to snap out of that overthinking, that negative energy. And I'm just going to be confident. And I'm going to move forward with confidence in this connection. And we'll see where it goes, right? So what actions could you be taking? Temperance, I love that. This is just like bringing things into balance, right? Not overthinking, not stressing, but just kind of, you know, getting into that place where you're allowing yourself to kind of like be at peace with the relationship and allow yourself to get into that space where you're like, I'm going to allow myself to explore this and see where it goes. Tell me more, please. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I kind of love that as well. So here's the thing, you guys. Knight of Pentacles is kind of that energy of like slow and steady wins the race. It's about not rushing. So maybe something that can make you feel more comfortable with this situation is not feeling the need to rush things. So you can set the pace that feels comfortable. If things are moving too quickly, because the Eight of Wands is enthusiastic, it is a quicker moving energy. And I think it's because this person is enthusiastic about you, which is great. But don't be scared to speak up and be like, I do like you, but like, let's move a little bit slower. Like you can have a conversation about what pace feels comfortable. And the thing that I like with the Knight of Pentacles as well is that it tends to be an energy of building a solid foundation. It's like there's no need to rush things. It's about taking your time to get to know this person so that you can build a really beautiful foundation to the relationship. So don't be scared to speak up about what kind of pacing feels good for you. Tell me more about what actions you could be taking. Nine of Cups, yeah. Allowing yourself to dream, allowing yourself to enjoy the relationship, allowing yourself to be like, this feels really good, so I'm gonna let myself explore it, right? I think that's really good. It's like, get out of your head, get out of your way, and just allow yourself to be in the moment this week when it comes to this connection. So moment of truth here, Virgo, let's see what the potential outcome is, okay? The Death card, that's about transformation, right? I feel like this relationship is going to transform things for you, right? It's about letting go of what no longer serves you, stepping into that Nine of Pentacles. It's like out with the old, in with the new. Nine of Pentacles about finding your confidence, finding your self-esteem, okay? And letting go of those fears and anxieties with the Moon. So this week has the potential to really transform things for you in your love life, Virgo, okay? The Death card, like I said, is about an ending that leads to a brand new beginning. It's about changing and transforming our lives. So it's almost saying to me, there's an opportunity to let go of the fears because we've got the Moon in the outcome as well. It's like this week is presenting you the opportunity to let go of the fears and anxieties and the doubts that could be holding you back in love and to step into the most confident version of yourself with that Nine of Pentacles. If you're able to do that, Virgo, then I think you're going to be able to really start to explore the connection with this person. If you're not, that's okay, right? You do you move at whatever pace feels comfortable. But if you're still feeling weighed down by anxieties and fears, it might be a little harder for you to entertain this, right? And that's okay. So maybe if you're feeling that way, this is not the week to entertain a new connection. But I do think it's kind of like the universe is saying, there's someone knocking on your door this week, Virgo, okay? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna see this as the potentially transformative energy it is, you know, and give yourself a chance to explore it? Or are you gonna realize you need to do a little bit more work on yourself, which is totally okay as well, right? Neither is right or wrong. It's about you doing what feels right for you. But I'm also getting the message like they're coming in to like snap you out of the funk that you've been in. Because I just feel some of you have been a little down on yourselves and a little bit defeated when it comes to love. And the universe is like, okay, so we're going to give you love. But the thing is, you have to step up and meet it, right? I think sometimes we miss that piece of the puzzle, because I actually think a lot of the times we have lots of opportunities in all areas of our lives, but it's not just that the opportunities are there. We have to be able to recognize the opportunities and engage with those opportunities when they show up. So that's kind of the magic trick, I think, for this week. It's like the universe is giving you the chance to connect with somebody in love, but it will be up to you to step up and move towards that energy. And if you do, I think you've got somebody really exciting here. And if you don't and you're not ready, that's also okay as well. But I do think there's a good opportunity here. So do with that what you will, Virgo. I'm going to leave it there. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And of course, I wish you love, I wish you happiness, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.